It is certainly my distinct pleasure to be once again here, and I appreciate this morning's proceedings. Started with the prayer from Pastor Tangia and everyone who have spoken earlier than me. Fundamental to our democracy is the right of our people to speak, our people to exercise, access information and for speaking, and the freedom of press that is deeply entrenched, if not entrenched, in the constitution of our country. As I speak at this juncture in our nation's life, 50 years on, this time 50 years ago, our nation was being designed, our constitution was being drafted, our people were being consulted. What was, in fact, the most diverse nation on the face of planet Earth was being stitched together by God Almighty's leading and inspiration, and by the hands, minds, feet of the fathers and mothers of our country. Let us not take our democracy for granted. Let us not take our union for granted. As generations of leadership, not just at the Prime Minister level or Minister's level, but all of us, holding the power of correct information, holding the power of leadership in the various strata of society we are engaged in, it is incumbent on all of us to ensure we inform, we communicate, and we shape a better country so that when our time is up, we have passed on a better PNG to our children's generation and for them to pass it on to their children. Today I'm super excited, not because I'm Prime Minister. The office of Prime Minister has a lot of challenges. I sleep only 4 to 5 hours a day for 6 days in a week. Most of you know on Sabbath I rest because the Bible says so. But on 6 days I work 18, 19, 20 hours a day. And there is no joy in working long hours, but someone has to do it. And for all of us who are engaged in public service, especially those of us who are paid out of public coffers, it is incumbent upon all of us to put in the hard yards and work to get work done for our people going forward. 2023 must not be wasted. And in this context, I call upon all in the media fraternity, starting with FM100 and starting with NBC, the last 3 years going forward now. When I was Prime Minister, the leaders of our state-owned media, MTV, FM100, NBC, the managers and the supervisors of the newsrooms will confirm that never at one time did the Prime Minister or the Prime Minister's office ring the editors and ring the managers telling them skew news in this favor. That is because deep inside we know that the foundation of a good society is the freedom of our media to report as they see. But reporting and dissemination of media comes with a lot of responsibility. You can light a fire that is not necessarily needed to be lit. You rather light a fire for the patient zeal and development of a country than lighting up negativities that is based on hearsays, that is based on rumors, that is heavily influenced by politics, the rubbish of politics. I just want to encourage our people who are listening. Few have credibility in the sector of information dissemination, and a few are those in the media proper. The media proper. Social media is not a platform for 100% correct information. Social media is based on people's opinion, and there is no accountability, although we are tidying that space, but we live in a world where the internet technology and the e-world is something that is sometimes beyond our reach to immediately put our pulses on. But for Papua New Guineans out there listening in at Talkback, FM100 Talkback, and many of you spread the word, it is the formal media. It is the newspapers, proper newspapers. It is the radio stations. It is the proper TV stations who are trying their best to get correct information out. Of course, once in a while, we have a headline that may not be good to every one of us, but a proper media is where the accountability is. tune in to the proper media. They are there and they've been there since 1975, and they're there to get the right messages out to the people. Today I just want to bring my government's commitment to the media and to FM100, for instance. I greatly support to FM100. Chairman, Mr. Rodeke, every one of you, you are a government subsidiary, but through the hardworking Minister, Duma and his Vice Minister, we intend to give more support to FM100, our own TV stations, as well as NBC, to ensure you'll be the primary platform of correct information dissemination to our people. But the rest of the media too, I acknowledge, are trying their best in the context of social media platform that spins out real-time information out there. The media proper is catching up. But I just want to encourage the media proper. Don't lose sight, don't lose focus. You must be a beacon of reliable, correct, accurate information to our society. The social media has run its course. People come back to authority. And believe it or not, those of you in the media proper, you remain a correct authority in which correct informations are sourced. And I just want to encourage the role you have in our society. We're now facing 50 years of independence, and I want to move to the next segment of my conversation, to the business out there. Our country is now 47 years old, going 48 this year. In the next few months, we'll cross over as a 50-year-old nation. If I speak and you look at myself physically, those of you in the room today, I am a little over 50 years. So I have lived and grown with this country, my country. And so I look at myself and my hairs have fallen off. I'm growing more white hair all the time. I don't use dye, so my white hair is very evident. That shows that I'm getting on in life. Our country going towards 50 is getting on in life. We're no longer a baby nation. We're an adult nation. We're going deep into nationhood. And there lies the responsibility of all of us, not just Prime Minister or ministers, but all of us. Every citizen in our country has responsibility to make our country a better place, where our children can be proud that they have inherited a better country from their parents' generation. And so today, speaking at this important launch, I just want to appeal to our citizens throughout the length and breadth of our country. And for those of you who are privileged to listen in, and especially privileged few who are listening in to good English, may you communicate properly to the less amongst us, the least fortunate amongst us who may not know English like we know English. Those of us who speak English today come out from an elitist education system that produces a few who went on and majority were left behind. That is why my government has reintroduced the flexible open distance education to bring back the masses with left grade 8, left grade 10, left grade 12, or have finished university and colleges with no opportunity for meaningful pursuits in life. That is why my government introduced the SME program, and not a cash handout from government, but a partnership with banks so that those who want to do business, instead of being crybabies in Port Moresby, find a place to do business. And I have many stories of Papua New Guineans who are entrepreneurs, who are not looking for a job in Stanley, but really out there finding and creating a job from where they come from. There's a story, and a beautiful story of a young man who finished Woodard University in 2019. He heard about a program in agriculture. He went back home in Tawai Siasi. He got engaged in coffee cooperative. In 2021, he presented 2020 report. His small cooperative produced 800,000 kina coffee from Tawai Siasi. There's a good stories out there. I just want to encourage Papua New Guineans. You look at my friend Callaghan, for instance. It's a success story in his own right. Starting from being a bouncer at Lamana. Not ashamed to tell his story. But he worked his way through perseverance, dedication, commitment. Pay may be small, but he remained fixed to his calling in life. This is what this country needs. But I just want to give commitment up front. Challenges are abound. but it calls for deep resolve for those of us who are entrusted with responsibility to fix it. And I give you my full commitment in 2023 that I will continue not to sleep. I work 18 hours a day, 6 days a week, to ensure those issues like power going off, those issues like unemployment, those issues like continuing education, those issues like empowering citizens to be out there doing SMEs are worked upon. But it is a call that must resonate right throughout the entire country in all facets of our public service to be at work, and all of us in our country to contribute. And today, Callaghan, I just want to ask you and your team, participate in correct information dissemination to our people. This is a big need in the world of real-time information transactions. Sometimes truth and correct information comes at the back of all the hearsays that runs fast. This country needs correct information that lifts our people, encourages our people, points our people to the right directions. If they're asking for answers, provide answers for them. And if you don't have answers, then ask those of us who have answers. Government should have almost all answers for every need of our society, and I bring to you a full commitment of government again, whether it's unemployment, or whether it's education, or whether it's business, or whether it's economy, whether it's health. Government should have all answers, even if it is not 100% satisfactory, but answers to what is happening and what will happen is government's business. We look forward to partnering with you in the media to ensure our people are better informed, and of course the media too. It is your responsibility to correctly hold all of us accountable, especially those of us who have been mandated to do work for our people. Today, just quickly, Callaghan, before I sit down, let me announce to our country, economy. We live in a global economy. It is hard out there, but government is very much cognizant and sensitive. We've deliberately formulated 2023 budget as a budget that should respond to addressing our present economic needs, will carry us through 2023, and hopefully in 24-25 we come out of what is a global induced economic downturn into a better place. Papua LNG, Pinyang LNG, Pasca, Pogra Mine, Wafigopu are projects that my government is running, 5 projects at the same time. Many have a view that it is not happening quicker. Well, these projects have been on the notice board for the last 30 years. It has not been moved over the last 30 years. We're trying to get them moving in the last 2-3 years. These 5 projects will anchor our economy, and we're also working to diversify more into our own sustainable economy. That is agriculture, fisheries, forestry, and of course, something that is lesser mentioned, but the potential of our tourism has never been harvested in a big way. I just want to encourage our citizens to be positive. I give my commitment as head of this government to avail myself to FM100 and NBC Talkback so that we get to relate to our people programs that are running, so our people are better informed, and hopefully in the process can also assist in contributing to make better our country as we move forward. God bless each and every one of you. Congratulations FM100 for reaching another milestone. I look forward to a partnership that leads not just into concluding 2023, but more importantly, leading up into the 50th anniversary of our nationhood in 2025. In journey together, we hope this partnership holds each and every one of us accountable, but more importantly, contribute to correct information dissemination to people, empowering them in the process to find their own meaningful pursuit in life. God bless Papua New Guinea. God bless